The Mandela effect. What is the Mandela effect? The Mandela effect is when a group of people, a large group of people, seem to remember things a certain way. Like the death of somebody, for instance, Nelson Mandela. There's a lot of things. You know, I'll admit some of it's strange, but I don't think there's anything to it. I really don't. I think it's pointless busy work. I gave it a fair day in court, a couple days actually, looked it up, and I noticed that CERN was mentioned a lot of the times, and you look up them and what they're supposedly doing up there, you're going to come across Neil deGrasse Tyson. His name gets mentioned. As soon as I hear his name, or Bill Nye for that matter, bullshit! So that made me feel better because CERN seemed to be mentioned a lot. I say hell no. No. At least not that way. They're not up there freaking opening stargates, parallel universes, and you know, ripping holes in the space-time continuum. None of that shit exists, people. And if it did, we don't have anybody with the brain power to figure that shit out. It's all numbers on a chalkboard. It's lies. That thing's probably a large turbine. It's probably either a large turbine or it's a water purifier. Maybe there's another level with those underground mansions, you know, that those people live in. They gotta be somewhere, you know. I mean, and why not have an area like that where you can have security, full security. You can have, you know, and no one would question it, you know. It just, you know, same thing. I posted a video a while back too about it's like a telescope. It's like a neutrino telescope, right? That's 200-something feet down into the ice in Antarctica, by the way, right? Which is, once I started reading about it, it was cheap. It was only $271 million, right? Cheap. And it's basically this chamber underground with these things that look like light bulbs basically hanging from the ceiling. And they said that this thing reads neutrinos. These are particle waves, gamma rays, things like that come from the solar system, and this thing reads them. I'm just like, okay, bullshit, right? So, but what the facts are is it's a 250-foot hole in Antarctica, on the outskirts of everything, right? So if you have an area like the Ring of Fire, which from what I've been able to tell on a flat earth is more like two long cracks in a V shape, right? So if you have something like that, or like a Yellowstone situation or something like that, and you know there's going to be major problems, makes sense that you would want to have your area of safety on the outskirts where the chances of the air being freshest. Let's just say, okay, some of the stuff in the Bible is true about the windows within the firmament. I believe they say there's like 4 holes within the firmament that provide wind from 4 different directions. If they provide wind, then they provide fresh air. So if you're in a situation where you know Yellowstone or something like that is going to blow, and you know it's going to happen, right? It would make sense to build your safety area as far away from all that hot stuff as possible. You know, they probably know enough about our flat world and how it actually works where they know the safest places to go. Same thing with CERN. CERN's probably, you know, another one of those semi-safe places. And that's what I believe this stuff is. And this whole Mandela effect thing, it's interesting, I'll say that. There's a few points that I can't explain, you know, but there's too much, it's just too much. Doesn't ring true to me, you know. And I'll tell you what, I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong about it because you know, it's strange. It's strange. And if there is something like that actually going on, I mean, all bets are off with anything and everything. Who knows what the hell's gonna happen? Freaking But you know what? No matter what, I want to be around to see it. I want to be a survivor. I want to be one of the last to see whatever it is, if there is going to be an it, which I hope not. I hope not. You know, I'd like to say I hope we clean our act up, but you know, bottom line is we put the wrong people in charge. We especially Americans, we're followers. We're not even leaders. We just blindly follow. And if we had the right people, the right minds in charge, we could have foreseen the fact that we had a rapidly growing population. The more our technology, the better our technology got, the more it was no longer only the strong survive. It was like everybody survives. Okay, so it's like you gotta manage that. You gotta manage that growing population. Like they should have seen it coming, you know. And if you're on an enclosed world and you're burning fossil fuels and things like that, you know, who knows? Who knows? Again, there probably is no global warming. It's probably literally. It's probably vented. This world is probably vented. We probably do get fresh air and fresh water a lot. You know, something about draining all the oil and the fracking, taking natural gas that's under pressure, taking water out of the ground, you know, creates these cavities where there's no longer any, you know, nothing holding it up. And you build on top of it and they sink. You know, it seems like a lot of that's going on lately. You know, might be us, might not be, might be something that they know happens. Why did the ancients etch things in stone? You know, to pink, etch things in stone. Take time out of your day instead of hunting, gathering, and eating and surviving. We're gonna etch things in stone. You know, part of it, I believe, got to be warning system of some sort. Like, hey, look, this happens at this time. Anyways, those are my thoughts on it. Peace to all.